Hello and welcome to another episode of my Datsun 280Z project car build. I'm Dave, this is Grindhouse Performance Engineering, and in today's episode, we're going to be building the rest of the exhaust system for my LS3 powered Datsun 280Z. Stay tuned. So one design feature that I've really wanted to do and I've had in my head since the very beginning of the project is this large cutout section right below the tail lights. And part of that is I want to run a quad tip exhaust out of the back as high and tight as I can in this section. I think it's going to look really aggressive because normally the exhaust, the exhaust normally hangs somewhere around here because this comes flat and then there's a little bump out for the muffler. So I think running them way up high like that is going to look really aggressive, and I think it's going to look really cool and unique. So that's going to be one main feature that we're going to build some custom mufflers for, which is going to be really cool. They're mufflers, so we'll see what the neighbors think. But moving forward, we're gonna come forward and then come down. We're gonna have to get really tight in this section here to make sure that we keep as much ride height as we can. I've got some oval tubing, so maybe we'll play with that, but I don't know if we really gain a whole lot. So we'll come straight here. This is gonna feed into an X pipe, and then it's gonna have this flex section here, and then going out to the headers. Which if you guys did not see the video for the headers, it is probably the coolest thing I've ever put together. Highly recommend you guys check out that video if you haven't seen it yet. But yeah, let's get into it.
I've again commissioned friend and master fabricator Nate Millison of Millison Performance to help me build the rest of the exhaust. We're taking a similar approach to how we built the headers by building the most technical components first to ensure they fit perfectly in critical areas. Each of the muffler sections are constructed from vibrant resonators needing to be merged from two 3-inch inlets to the rest of the exhaust. To build the Y pipe, Nate's using a laser level and inserting the exhaust pipes one at a time so he can mark the same reference line for the merge. This simple trick made this section incredibly easy and accurate. I'm cutting each of the tubes down to length to make the muffler sections as compact as possible for the area it'll be installed on the car. Mounting the muffler sections as high as we are in a completely open area means this section will be completely visible, so we're taking extra care to preserve the polish and build these sections identically. With the muffler sections tacked together, we're also starting construction on the X pipe. This will let Nate and I continue working at the same time on different sections of the exhaust. Nate's again using the laser level to mark identical cut line on these tubes. Cutting and fitting the X-pipe takes a lot of patience and care for them to fit together perfectly. The key here is to go as slow as you can and to keep the pipe square to the table while it's being cut and tacked together. While I'm working on the area under the differential and some adjustable exhaust hangers for the rear, Nate's able to go through and fully weld the X-pipe and muffler sections of the exhaust. We're fully welding these sections now so we can lock in their positions while building out the rest of the system.
Don't turn on the lights. I don't wanna fight with you. Don't turn on the lights. I don't wanna fight with you.
Couple quick announcements. We are about 6 weeks out from having the wheels here. They're gonna look absolutely fantastic. I cannot wait to see them on the car. I'm really enthusiastic for it. And then secondly, we managed to sell out of the gray and the black and the red, white, and the blue trucker hats, and that blows my mind. I didn't know what to expect when I picked them up, and we sold out in almost no time at all. So they are back in stock. They're on the website. If you want one, go check it out. Highly recommend. And let's get back to it.
Behind the X-pipe is basically a straight shot under the differential. Since we're including a section that's slip fit, and since the exhaust hangers are adjustable, we'll be able to make small adjustments to the clocking and how far forward or backward the exhaust sits. This should mean we'll be able to make sure the quad tips are perfectly in line. The slip fit also means the exhaust will come off in 3 pieces rather than having to try to handle removing the entire exhaust system altogether. Since we've pre-built so many sections of the exhaust, there's only a couple more measurements to be taken before having the system completed. With the first muffler section bolted and hung, we can exactly replicate the fitment on the driver's side and complete both rear sections of the exhaust. With both pairs of the rear exhaust hangers and the hanger for the X-pipe finished, the only remaining section of the exhaust is to connect to the headers that we built in the previous episode. These are tacked to the flex pipes, and then the entire exhaust system is removed to be welded. There's a certain satisfaction with welding something you've spent countless hours measuring, cutting, adjusting, and fitting. The shop gets quiet and it's just you, some good music, and a whole lot of welding. I couldn't thank Nate Millicent enough for making me a better fabricator over the last several weeks. Between the headers and the exhaust, this has been an absolute mountain of work, but we're so much closer to being able to hear this old Z run. Make sure to share this build with folks and share something you've learned over the last few episodes in the comments because I love hearing from you guys. Thank you.
Between the headers and the full exhaust, man, I can't tell you how much argon I've gone through in the past couple of weeks. It's pretty insane. But yeah, so everything's welded in now and reinstalled, and man, I couldn't be happier. This fits super well. So we've got the pipes coming down into the flex section here. So this is gonna absorb all the vibration from the motor and the expansion from them getting hot. Into the X pipe, which was super cool to make. I really enjoyed making that. That was really cool. Back down into some adjusters here for our in and out on the end, and to make it so this wasn't one big exhaust system. This was still kind of difficult as 3 pieces, so as one it would have been impossible. So I'm really glad that we added this feature in here. Then we got another set of straps, and then on to the mufflers, which I am unbelievably happy about. These turned out awesome. They're definitely mufflers. This car is gonna be loud, but yeah, turns out awesome. I love the features here, and then merging them together like this, it looks really killer. I don't really like when there's like one straight pipe and then another one just like kinks into it to like make it a quad exhaust. So this is a true quad, which I think is pretty cool. But yeah, so I think that's going to do it for this episode. I'm super stoked to edit this for you guys, so I'm going to call it here, and I will see you in the next episode.